Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. That's completely full all the way up through now, which means that everything is now going to start backing up. Which is probably a good thing. But what I can do also is I can go in here and I can drop 200 science packs into there. I can go into here and I can drop 200 science packs into there. Like that, and I can go into there and I can drop 36 science packs into there. So I've got, like, I've filled up the whole buffer zone in there and I don't need to worry about it. The green science packs are going to start backing up. Everything is already filling up down here. You can see here, look how quickly we're getting through these. Those are a little bit slow. We've got electronic circuits over there. Those we will be using later. We're going to be using a lot of those. We're going to want masses and masses of those things being produced. Like you would not believe. Huge. We're going for 1 million robots here, right? 1 million robots, which is no small quantity. Now, next up, if we run over this way, we're kind of running out of copper a little bit, right? We're kind of running out of copper a little bit. I've got a buffer zone over here, right? Copper on there is doing well, and copper on... Both of those are filling up quite nicely. But, you know, maybe we're using up the copper a little bit too much. Although, you know, at the moment it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like we're taking too much copper. So we'll see. If that does start to use up a little bit, all I will do is I'll add in another couple of those on the other side of the chest. Put the belt back out over to here. And then I've got a proper buffer for copper. So if I want to go and grab a load of copper for making items myself, I've got it there. I can just nab it straight out of a chest. Nice and easy, no problems. And all of this down here, this is working well. I got a little bit of iron there in the chest. I've got loads of iron on me anyway, so I don't need to worry about that at the moment. We do have our own private stash of stuff up here. And that one's nearly full. This one over here, again, is nearly full. Coal is now filled up, except the coal down here is starting to run low. You see this? Right, that's really starting to back up a bit now. Or it's starting to be consumed a bit. And this is where it starts to become a little bit of an issue. But there's an easy way around that. All we'll do is our next item to unlock will be the fast inserter. Yeah, we want 150 of those at 15 seconds apiece. So it's a fair bit faster than this at 250 at 30 seconds apiece. We get those unlocked. Fast inserters are about double the speed of what those are. They do use more power, but they're really good. And I very quickly switched to fast inserters, and I use them everywhere across the entire base. I just standard fast inserters all the way through. And all you have is that you take your standard inserter and you add more electronic circuits and plates onto it, iron plates. So making them is really easy. You pick up the old inserters that you've already been using, and then it's a slight upgrade, which is really easy. Now, the only belt that we've got now is the only factory that's actually producing is that one there. That is slowly putting stuff out and putting it onto the belt there, and then that one will be full. The steel axe is very nearly almost done as well. This one is completely done. We've just got one over here that is busy doing stuff, and we're waiting on the plates you can see over here. What I will do is I'm actually going to start making some stuff, so some lights that we can put around to light our way a little bit. I think that would be quite cool if we could do that at some point. We're not going to do it just yet, but we will be doing it. So you can see here these are still working, so it does mean that the iron plates are still low. But as everything comes back and backs up, it will eventually mean that the iron plates will start to fill up a little bit. And this is what we're after. This is what we want. I mean, these here are like the biggest issue, yeah? They are taking their sweet time, and we don't have very many of the electronic circuits coming through. But there is our steel axe all done, so then we can start working on the next bit. And I'm still going to focus on purely the robots, right? The robots are the main focus, so we're going to need batteries for robots, and right there, construction robots, that's what we want. So it's this lot that we want here. We want the engine, which is 500 each of green and red. Then we're going to want automation 2, which is 200 each of green and red. Which would actually be better than getting the engine to start with, I think. If we get that, it's going to speed up some of the processing, which would be good. Fluid handling, we want oil processing. We're going to need to be able to make plastics, advanced electronics, and yeah, we've got so much that we want to do. Right, automation. We will do that one next. We go automation 2. I'm not going to worry about military because the island that we're on, despite the pollution going out, the great thing about all the trees that we've got is trees absorb pollution. So despite the fact that we're producing pollution, the trees are actually, you can see, the trees keep absorbing all the pollution. Now, it's not so great for the trees because they do eventually start to deteriorate, and we will notice the trees starting to die eventually, but they're not dying yet, so we don't need to worry about that just at the moment. And down here, again, see, the trees are all quite healthy at the moment. They're busy absorbing lots and lots of pollution. They will eventually, though, run out of stuff to absorb, which is not great, right? We don't really want that to happen. We've now got our upgrade, and you can see how much faster this upgrade is, right? This upgrade is absolutely fantastic. It means that we can go through and we can really start to open things up. There is another upgrade that I want to get fairly soon, and it's one that's not in the actual list of things that we want to get. It's that one there, advanced material processing. So as soon as we've done the one that we're working on right now, we're going to go with the advanced material processing, even though I was talking about getting that other one. Right, I'm going with this one right here. It's that one right there. That's another one that we... You know what? I'm going to go with that one instead. I know we've just done a bit of research towards doing the other one. It actually saves progress on each item that you do research on. So we will go for the fast inserters. We'll do that first. And then after we've done the fast inserters, then we'll deal with doing the other stuff. Right. They're doing fine. They're doing absolutely great there. We've got lots and lots of... copper. We're not short of copper at all. We got no issues whatsoever with copper. What we do have a slight problem with is producing enough iron. Now, we're producing iron ore, right? We're producing so much iron ore that we've got one miner there that's barely producing anything at all. It is throwing out the odd bit, but no, most of what we're trying to do is coming out of all of these. Every single one of these is actually working. They're all producing stuff. And we're not producing enough iron. We want more of those, and we want to produce yet more iron. But the only way that we're going to be able to do that is if we open up a bit more space so we can move this around a little bit. I don't think we can take a track all the way across there. That's rather a long way to go. I mean, I will make an underground belt right there, and we'll have a look, and we'll see if this will do it. Right, you go there. It's one shy. There is actually a way that we can do this. We'll need another set of these. Right, we want another set of underground belts. And then we'll bring that one around over to there, like that. And then we will get that one going that way. And that's going to come up to there in a minute. Then I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to take that belt right there. That one's going to go there to there. And then that one there is going to come out, and that's going to bring all of the ore through, and it's going to come out to that side over there. Perfect, see? And then I can bring that over that way like that, and this will allow me to drop out a couple more items. So we will go and we will make more stone furnaces. So if I go into here a second, and I go to there, we will make 5, 6... I don't know how many I can fit in, because I need to be able to put a belt up there a minute. And so I'm going to want to go back by 1 space. And then I'm going to want to come out by 1 space so that I got room. 1. Right, I can put 4 on each side. I actually can't put one there because I've got that. We'll move the chest. No, we won't. We don't even need to move the chest. I can just do that, which means that I can make 2 more of those. Like that. 1 and 2. Right there. So next up, I will make another 5 of those so that we've got plenty of inserters coming through. I've already got 179 belts on me. That's enough of those. So I'm going to want to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to want to do the same over here. 3 and 4 like that. So that I've got them out. And then I'm going to want to put a belt here. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to run that one over to there. Right, and then it's going to go up this way, like that. And then it's going to go into there. So it's going to prioritize this belt here over the one that's feeding in on that side. And then I'm going to do another one over here. That one's going to come over like that. And I'm going to put that one into here like this. That one's going to go straight down there. This one I'm going to get rid of. So again, it's going to prioritize everything that's coming out of these furnaces right here. They're going to take priority over the other ones. And the reason I want to do that is so that this here backs up and it sends more of the iron up that way. It's a very, very simple process, really. That's all we want to do. So we just want to send the 2 up that way. So if I put them there like that, and I put 1 there and 1 there, and then I've got, hang on, I'm going to need to make more of these. Let's go for 10 of those. So I can put 1, 2, 3, 4. They come out. Now, the problem I've got now is it is coming out on the other side. Right? It's coming out on the wrong side of that belt. So what I'd actually like to do... Oh, no, hang on a minute. Which way does it prioritize? No, it's going to prioritize the back end, which means it's going to prioritize that. I don't want it to do that. Right? So we're going to have to rearrange this again. And I can do that by putting that one there. Which means now the iron will go on to the opposite side. I'm going to go and gather all of this iron up a minute. I'm going to go here. I'm actually picking up a load of coal as well. That's fine. I don't care about that. There. We've now got a priority service coming in from the ones on here. I will drop in... Nope. I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to be taking steel out of there. Why have I got steel plate? I shouldn't have steel plate going in there. I want to put it on that side so that it puts it out onto the belt. I don't want it to put steel plate out onto the belt. That's wrong. We're just going to wait for that one to finish. And then we'll have to be ready down here, and we will pick it up as soon as it's ready. It's going to put out that one piece. I'm going to grab that piece of steel, and then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put finished out there. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put finished on there. That's going to start feeding in some plates down this side. And now you can see it's immediately started backing it up this way and started blocking it. And we're going to do the same up here. I'm going to run that through there like that. And put that one there. And then we'll put down a pole again like that. So that's putting the iron plates back up that way, which means it's completely blocked everything on here. So now all the iron plates that are coming out, they are running up, and they're going up this way into the rest of the main factory. We've also slowed down production on those. That's now all backed up. The gear wheels are just about all backed up, as has the red science. And we've now got all of this is now running flat out. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to add in some more miners. And you can see now, we start spreading, everything starts spreading outwards. We start slowly increasing everything we're doing. I'm going to take a few of those. I'm not going to take hundreds of them. I'm going to take a few of them, though. And then I'm going to make 5 more electric mining drills. So I got one that's busy. I've got to make 50 iron gear wheels, 125 of them, 25 of them. You can see it all does start to add up by quite a long way. I'm going to put that one down there. And then I'm going to put some belt up like that. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to remove some of these trees. So if I come out like that, there, it's so much better once you upgrade to the steel pickaxe. It really is significantly better because of the speed that it does it, right? You don't kind of notice it to start with, but once you get to this stage and you do start wanting to clear more trees, I mean, if you go for a regular game with regular settings, trees aren't really much of an issue. Yeah, you don't have to spend too much time worrying about trees. They're generally not going to cause you any problems. But when you've got a setup like we've got right here, the trees do start to add up. You do start to get quite a substantial amount of trees. Now, we're filling this up, but it's still not filled up. It's still not doing everything that it could. So we're going to come down with our fast inserters are slowly building up. The coal down here is actually slowly consuming faster than we're using it. All of that's doing fine. Once we get the fast inserters, we'll be able to start pumping the coal through here just a little bit quicker than we are right now. That's all full. So I've got coal coming up here, and it's wanting to feed through here. I'm going to actually want more coal. I'm going to need more coal production than I've got right now. So that's another thing that we're going to want to do. We're going to need to get a couple of these, a couple of extra miners coming on to this slot right here and keeping them going. So that's going to be another major issue I'm going to want. That's just going to pick up coal there. If you look on the right-hand side, obviously you can see where it tells you what you pick up. That's a mixed bag, a bit of a mixed bag right there. We don't want mixed bags. We just want coal being produced. So I'll get 2 more miners there, producing yet more coal. And yeah, it's going to be producing it all on one side of the belt, rather than both sides of the belt. But again, that's absolutely fine. It's not going to matter. Just as long as it keeps the coal running. And then we come down here, and this is still running. Still running. We're not getting enough going in. So I'm going to bring that over to there. I can actually bring it out by 1 slot there. And I can bring it down there by 1 slot as well if I want to. This is going to start using up a bit more of the resources that we've got here. And I'm going to put 1 there. So that's there. There's one area, there's one piece there that's not being covered by either of these. Right, I got 1 bit right there. I got a double gap there, so everything else is being gathered, but I got 1 square there with 113 pieces of ore in it that isn't being covered. We will eventually come back and we will cover that. Okay, do not fear, we will come back and we will cover that. So now I'm going to bring, not like that, I'm going to bring that one up like that, and over there. And then down this way, we'll remove you, and we'll put that one into there. So we're now feeding in 2 more. I'm going to put another one of those down. And I've now got iron ore coming in absolutely everywhere. This one here has got 69,000. It's got 49. That one's got 20. The one down the end has got 40. So you can see, and then these ones in the middle, obviously these have got like hundreds and hundreds. But it's now reaching maximum capacity, and it looks like... No. It looks like it's not actually reached maximum capacity. I've got room still for another mining drill on all of this. I've actually got room for 1 more mining drill. But it's going all the way through, and it's now filling up every single one of these, which means that it's filling up all of this down here. It's filling up all of those. The iron is now starting... Actually, that's part of the reason. The iron's starting to back up, so these aren't working properly, which means that the ore is now able to flow all the way through. But our mining drills, if you look at that bit, that is almost maximum. I think I could put another mining drill down on top of everything that I've already done. Still have another one. All of this is full. Yep, that's all filled right up. The red science, that's all full. Green science is all full and backed up. That's full and backed up. So is electronic circuits. Everything is now full, backed up all the way. That is absolutely brilliant. that's what we want. So the next item we're looking at, we either want faster smelting, which is advanced material processing, of 375 of each one, and you've got to make steel plates and stone bricks, so we've got to start harvesting a whole load more stone to be able to get those. Or we leave that bit out for now, and we aim still towards the robots right there. Now, those are 500 of each, just green and red. We only need green and red to get construction robots. And green and red says 750 of each for robotics, and see 1,000 each for advanced electronics. 750, 500 right there, 250 for that one, 750, another 1,000 on that one, 500, 250, 200, and 500 on there. So you can see, because I've gone for all of these expensive... Look, you see, we already had started that one. Because I went for all of the expensive options, it's going to take us a while. And really, I mean, yes, I don't regret my decision. I absolutely don't regret my decision. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted all of the expensive options. I wanted to do it like this. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 more labs, and we're going to increase the speed that we can start, we can remove things. In order to do that, I'm going to clear a few more of these trees right here, so we can make space for our new labs. That's going to speed up the speed at which we use things, but then obviously we're going to want to be consuming things a little bit faster. Now, there's one thing I'd like to do first. We've got that right there. That's fine. We'll worry about that in a minute. But no, what I want to do is I want to come over here. You can see this one is still working, but that coal is slowly being used up, faster than I can pump the stuff across. What we've now got, though, is we've now got fast inserters up here. I can take a regular inserter and I can upgrade it to a fast inserter. So I'm going to make a fast inserter. And yeah, I'm currently making those 3. So I want to get those down first. That one I put directly in line with the one that I've already got, like that. And then the next one I put over there. I'm actually going to have to squeeze that one up a bit. No, I can't move it along because of where the belts are there. I'd have to move everything. I don't really want to move everything. We'll probably just put the 3 of them side by side without a gap in between them. And then when we want to go more than 6 of these labs, we'll change it round. I can put 1 in there. That'll work. Now, I've already got a few inserters that I've made. From this point on, I very rarely use regular inserters for anything. Unless I specifically want something to go slow, I don't generally use regular inserters for anything at all. I use fast inserters. Like here, I'm definitely going to be wanting to use a fast inserter because it puts it through the labs at quite a speed, and those 3 at the back will be using them up, and they've all got to go through that one lab right there. And that does start to use things up. So, all this iron backing up. All this iron backing up here. We've got ore has backed up all the way up here. We've got iron has backed up all the way up there. Still filling up some of these furnaces. But the ore is now backing all the way up into here, so some of these miners are actually stopping production. So it's slowing things down a bit. Right. Next up, fast inserter. I'm going to move that around. Right, if I put the fast inserter into there, I haven't got a miner to move it over. So first of all, let's take our fast inserter and we will drop that one on there. Now that is a lot better. I mean, yes, admittedly, he's still waiting on coal to be produced. So it's slow in that it's waiting for that coal to come along, but it's not going to take all that long before it backs all the way up on that bit right there. Although I'm taking more of it now. There we go. Look at that. Look at the speed that it is whipping it away. This is what we want. This is fantastic. And hopefully that will start to back up a little bit. Right, now, we want our final lab to go into there. And then I'm going to want... Well, I'll make 5. Actually, I'm going to make 10 of them. I'll make 10 of them right there, and you can see how much stuff we got to make just to be able to do the upgrade to the fast inserter, because it takes the electronic circuits. You've got to use a few iron plates, and you take a few other bits and pieces as well. And then you get your upgrades, and you can start putting those in. So while we're waiting for those to be made, I will drop one of those there, and I'll drop one of those there. So that's given everything power now, exactly where we want it. And there's our 5. Right, so I want one to go there, one to go there, and one to go there. And then I'm going to put one up here, and I'm going to put one there, like that. And then I've got to wait for a bit before I can get one to go in there as well. But now we've got all of them. All of them are busy making. They're busy pushing through. Like that. And as they use up each one there, it very, very quickly pushes them through, and it gathers all up. It gathers up all the rest. Now, we've got a load of science that's already made, but you've got to remember that we're now going to start using up all the resources that we've got. Right? We've got some resources here. We've got a backlog of resources, which is absolutely brilliant. This coal is backing up on the belt already, which is great. That's going to back all the way up to the infeed point on the belt. We've still got plenty of excess iron there, so that's not anything that we're going to need to concern ourselves with. Everything at the moment is looking really good. I've got all the copper that I could possibly want right there, and that one as well. So that means that the copper production is all going to slow down, because I've got all of that there. I've got everything I need. And the way I'm going to now make this work as a buffer is I'm going to put that one out, like that, and then I'm going to take more inserters. I'm going to drop one there, and I'm going to drop one there. They're going to put them out onto the belt, right there. So that will act as a buffer. So if I do start to run out of copper plates, it will back up, and they will feed into there. So I could, like, drop... I've actually run out of my own copper plates, but I've got my system here. I've got all of these. So I could take these a minute, like that, and bring you over this way. So I'll load that one all the way up. So that one's now completely full. And then this one here, that's already completely full. I'm going to go there a minute, like that. I wanted to try and remove that so that it stopped in the right place there. So it was stopped, like, above the belt. And the reason I want to do this is I just wanted it to back up, right? It's backing up now, and everything is now full on here. So this furnace now, that one will then accumulate, and it will fill up. It'll get 100 pieces of copper plate into that furnace, same as the others. And it will work all the way back through here, and all of these furnaces will have a stack of 100 in each. I've got 2 chests here that have got 100 in each. And as soon as it starts to use up a little bit, first the furnaces will empty out. Then these down here, the buffer, that will start to empty out as well. But it's going to take a little while before that buffer is actually ready to start being used up. So we're not going to need to worry about that in the slightest. Right, that buffer, it's going to take a long time before that buffer actually gets to being used at all. The bit that we're using mostly is these 8 furnaces down here that are feeding into these 6 steel furnaces over here. And then we've got a few of the ones up the top there that are also being used. Ore production, that's fantastic. We couldn't ask for better. At the moment, everything seems to be going well. Right, everything's backed up. Everything is producing how we want it to. We've also got, very soon, Automation 2, I mean the assembling machines. We'll be able to have faster assembling machines. Those are great. The only downside to faster assembling machines is that they use more power. Same as fast inserters. They also use more power. And the more power is not necessarily a good thing. Next task that I would like to set myself. I'm going to start working my way up across here. I'm going to just take a drink a minute. Yeah, while we're waiting for Automation 2 to come into process, to come into play, I'm going to work my way up through here, just widening this track. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.